I have two questions for you, and they're very important questions. First, do you guys like taxidermy? Second, do you guys like construction? Because today, we're doing a little bit of the both. So guys, listen up and listen very clearly. We are getting prepped. These are like final prep moments to the Western Hunt Expo. It's so soon. It's happening this February 15th through the 19th. But guys, if you've never been and you've ever thought about coming, you should look into it. It's a good time. Our booths there, a lot of amazing booths are there. A lot of cool things to see. My dad has been going for probably 15 plus years, and still to this day, he plans vacation around it where he'll actually go down, him and my mom go down, stay in a hotel, and he'll walk through the booth or through the whole expo for 3 solid days. That's how much there is to see there. But if you have been to our booth and you've seen our booths over the years, I think this will be year number 7 of having a booth at the Western Hunt Expo. This year, though, our booth is going to be bigger and it's going to be better than it's ever been before. The one thing we always hear from you guys is more taxidermy. That's what everyone always says, is more taxidermy. We've done a fantastic job with taxidermy over the years. We've had upwards of like 15 plus mounts in our booth every year. This year, I can tell you we're going to have over 20 pieces of taxidermy. But look at what me and Logan have been doing. Come follow me and look at this. So these walls you can't just buy these at the store. They don't just grow on trees. You have to build them, okay? Most of this wall actually does grow on a tree, and then they take it and machine it down into parts that we use to make this wall. But last year, we had a wall that was about this tall. It was about 46 inches tall. And it was like a 3-thing wall like this. And it was awesome. It was a wall that we actually used to display some of our stuff in at Shills, but we went and got it and used it to display everything that we had killed last year. Well, it was a big hit. Everyone loved it, including us. And so we're like, hey, let's take that idea of the wall and let's make it bigger. Now, I know what you're thinking. You guys are watching this and you're probably thinking to yourself, man, Logan and Casey really seem like hands, maybe even right-hand mans. Like, we do construction for a living. Let me just tell you guys, even though that this wall and this wall are architectural specimens, we are no contractors by trade, guys. This has been a lot of learning and a lot of trips to Home Depot. Let me tell you, the worst part of doing any project, I don't care if it's like a home repair, if it's building a wall for the expo, whatever it is, the worst part is having to come to Home Depot at least 16 different times. This is my 3rd time coming to Home Depot today, and I swear every time I have everything written down that I need, get back to the house, start doing the project, and then I realize I forgot that one thing. I come back, go home. It's a never-ending cycle. I swear to you, to find people at Home Depot, take things out of your cart. You put things in your cart, mark it off your list. There's some guy running around, or gal, running around pulling things out of your cart. So you get up there thinking you're ready, you're prepared, you get your list checked off, and you get home and they yanked something out. They yanked a little 6-foot piece of 4x4 out of your cart. That's what we're going in for now. So we took that and we built the biggest wall that is humanly possible to build, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a big giant H. I don't want to give out too much, but these are the sides. That's the middle of it. But what are we gonna have on these walls? We're gonna have more taxidermy. We're gonna have TVs playing unreleased videos, guys. We're gonna have a 86-inch TV? It's 86 inches. I haven't measured, but I'm taking their word for it, the people that printed that box. 86-inch TV, and we're going to be playing 2 videos that I know for sure that we've never released on YouTube. So if you guys come to the expo, come by and see the booth, because again, it's going to be bigger and better. Also, what taxidermy are we going to have this year? Something I want to talk about real quick is, I've said this over the years about many different things I've had mounted from the years past, but I truly just got, I haven't even seen it firsthand, I haven't even been there to look at it, but our good buddy Curtis, who runs and owns Monarch Mountain at Taxidermy, just got done with a double pedestal mount for me and my wife. If you guys have been following along over the last couple of years, you know that in 2022, my wife, my beautiful bride, finally went on a hunt. She never knew if she wanted to hunt. She drew a tag and she decided she wanted to try it out. Anyway, went and had an amazing experience with her. She loved it. She loved the aspect of just being out there, seeing the animals, and then being able to harvest one, but also being able to like cook her deer up. She always thought it was cool. And I'd take the kids out and they'd kill an animal. We would eat their animal and we'd talk about it during dinner, like, oh, this is Braley's elk. Anyway, she loved that. And then last year I had a muzzleloader tag and I killed a really pretty deer. So I told Curtis, I said, man, I would love to do both of these 2 deer mounts in one. And that's what he did. He did a fantastic job. I absolutely love how both their heads are kind of looking straight ahead. I don't know where we're going to put it yet, but it's honestly my very favorite taxidermy piece I've ever seen. Not only just ones that I've had done, but any taxidermy piece I've ever seen, I haven't even seen it firsthand. Our buddy Frank from Trophy Woodcraft, this is what he does for a living. He builds, does a lot of different things with wood, but he builds these amazing pedestals, and this one is no slouch, man. This is one of the prettiest ones. He has a whole backstory about everywhere he found the wood. He found the tree actually in Utah. He told me he doesn't find too many trees that have a full, complete twist in them. This is one of them. The wood that he used to build the pedestal is off some old barn that his, I think his buddy's grandfather built 100 years ago. But really cool story. But this is one of the most pretty mounts I've ever seen. My wife hasn't even seen it yet. I kind of want to surprise her at the expo, but she's not coming to the expo because she's about to give birth to my 5th child. It seems like a lot of children, and it is. But yes, my wife's due within 2 weeks of the expo, so hopefully she doesn't go into labor while we're gone, babe. Keep it together, keep it up in there. We'll be good if you can do that. So another thing that we're bringing to the expo this year that we've never had there all together anyways is one of these walls, this one maybe, if you guys like it, let me know if this is the one. But one side of these walls is going to be dedicated to all of our Alaska adventures. If you guys have been following along with us for the last, I don't know, 4 years, I think 4 years was the first time we went to Alaska. Brian and Logie went and did a blacktail hunt up there. And then the following year, we went and started doing caribou hunts up there, and we've done caribou hunts for the last 3 years up there. But let me just show you, I just showed you my favorite mount of all time that I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, the 2 bucks, the dual bucks we're calling it. Let me show you my second favorite piece of taxidermy I've ever seen. This right here is one of the coolest taxidermy things I've ever seen. This was all happened by chance, I would say. Yeah. So Logan killed this in 2022. We had just the head in Salt Lake. We were just going to put the head up with the skull on it. Had it hanging on that little wall I told you about earlier. A gentleman came and introduced himself. Borderland Packs, I believe.
Borderland Supply. Yeah.
Borderland Supply. The owner of that came by and was like, hey, Logie, I've got this really cool pack. I would love to put that skull on for you and let you mount it that way. And Logan's like, yeah. And we didn't really know what he was talking about all the time. But check this out. He brought this super old backpack. I don't know.
Trapper pack frame.
Trapper pack frame. Logan knows all the phrases and words. Hot words. Anyways, he put the skull on there. And we're like, dude, that looks awesome. And then later on, we took it to Curtis and told him we wanted it shoulder mounted. And Curtis had seen it at the show. And he goes, hey, man, where's that backpack out? I would really love to check that thing out. So Logan had it with him. Showed him. Anyways, Logan and Curtis came up with this idea to mount the caribou head on an old trapper backpack, just how you would if you were hauling a caribou head out on an old trapper backpack. So he's got the hide all rolled up over here. The head's all tied down nicely. Got your little bed cloth.
Bedroll.
Bedroll. That's the word I was looking for. Bedroll attached to it. This thing turned out amazing. One of the coolest mounts I've ever seen, but that's going to be there. Also, my caribou from 2022 is going to be there. Not the biggest bull by any means, but probably one of the older bulls we've ever seen up in the part of Alaska we've gone to. He was just, when we saw him, he was just pure white, where a lot of the other ones are dark still, getting ready to lose that dark color on their hide going into the white. This guy had already got his white. He already was polished up on his antlers. And somebody told me that lived up there that when the bulls get older, they actually lose a lot of their tops because they're tired of carrying them around or something. So they'll get a bunch of big fronts, shovels, bezzes, and all that. But they'll lose some of the tops. So we're thinking it's an old bull. But again, one of a super cool mount. But we're going to have a whole wall dedicated to our Alaska adventures. Anyway, guys, so if you've never been to our booth, or if you have been to our booth, come and check us out this year. It's going to be bigger and better. We've worked really hard up to this point to make sure it's a better experience. That's what we've always wanted to do. Some of the things we've done in the past is we've done like coloring books for the kids, things like that, bracelets for the kids. We're doing that again this year. We just want people to come and hang out, have fun at the booth, make some memories with the family, come and check out all the taxidermy, watch some videos. You know, wrestle Logan. Logan, we're going to be doing something in the corner this year we've never done, where you can actually pay $10 to try to wrestle Logan. He's been practicing though, so I don't know if you want to get into that fear of wrestling, but it's going to be scary. I'm not joking. Anyways, guys, we just wanted to show you a little bit about what you can expect coming into the expo. Eric, I know, has got a bunch of stuff he wants to show you too, so we're going to send it over to Eric and Matt, and they're going to show you some taxidermy work. Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to South Slopes. Casey knocked off the beginning of this video, and we're going to end it for you. So one thing that Casey mentioned was the taxidermy tour. I've got a handful of new pieces in here. Some of the stuff, honestly, Casey hasn't even seen in person. I've been holding this stuff in my garage since I picked it up from the team at Monarch Mountain Taxidermy. So this is just a close look at the double pedestal mount. When I put this in my garage, I put it right here in front of the antler stack and stepped back and was like, dang. That is one amazing piece. I could see myself wanting to keep this in here or something like that in here. It looks so good. So you guys have seen this. This is Casey's muzzleloader buck, like he mentioned, and then his wife's rifle buck. So super awesome piece. Want to take you through and show you a few new things this year. But before I show you the next mount, I want to make sure you guys are aware that you can save $10 on daily admission tickets at the Hunt Expo if you go through the website and you use our discount code HUSH. So if I understand it correctly, it's only on single day admission tickets. So if you're coming for 4 days, just buy those 4-day admission tickets at once instead of the bulk packages they offer. So again, Hush will save you $10 on admission tickets, single day admission tickets, and the link is in the description box below. So go check that out and take advantage of that. You get basically buying yourself a free lunch. So the next thing I want to show you guys is Casey's bull. We've teased this bull for over a year. And this is actually the bull that we're going to be featuring in our movie night. It's actually going on the week of the Hunt Expo as well. The movie night sold out in like 25-30 minutes. So thank you guys who are coming to the movie night. Seats were limited this year because they have remodeled the movie theater that we typically go to into what they call luxury seating. So it's going to be a lot more comfortable and probably a better experience for those who got tickets. But for those who are going to wait to watch it on YouTube, hopefully we can release this film shortly on our YouTube channel. But this is a bull that Casey killed. Casey and I both had a tag on this hunt. It was a late season elk hunt down in Arizona. And Casey ended up taking this monster home. And I'm not sure as far as score goes, but I think this is Casey's largest bull. The guys at Monarch Mountain Taxidermy mounted him, and we did the peg style again. I don't know if I'll be able to pop that off. But you can see right there, they're pegged, which is so nice because we move a lot of this taxidermy around for the Hunt Expo. And when you can take those off and move them, it makes it so much easier, not only to get to Hunt Expo, but if you're putting this in your shop or even a house, it's going to fit a lot better through the doorway because you can see this guy is Winnebago wide, super wide, framey bull with one of the prettiest back ends and one of the prettiest colored antlers I've ever seen. Super dark and really just got like a nice natural shine to him. I think this bull was living high in the Ponderosa Pines, probably early season, rubbing on a lot of pondies, and then killed a little down lower and probably rubbing on who knows what, junipers and all kinds of brush. So this is Casey's big bull that's going to be at the Hunt Expo. And one thing when we set this up right here, which is just temporary, the first thing that came to my mind, because you can see like a conglomerate of bulls right here, one comment you hear a lot about elk is they all look the same. Some people think elk all are 6 points and they all look the same, and I beg to differ. Big, framey, wide bull, short, compact, narrow, giant fronts. You got the bull above is a non-typical. So of course you're going to get some similarities when it comes to just like the generic 6-point frame on an elk. But in my opinion, and I've seen a lot of them, picked up a lot of horns, they all are unique in some way, shape, or form. And to me, that's a good example of two bulls that are, you know, both giant bulls, in my opinion, but they look so different. All right, next up, one thing you're going to see at the Hunt Expo is some of the moose sheds that I found from Alaska. Let me give you a quick look at some of the better ones. So the big wall that Logan and Casey are building, a section of it is going to actually be the shed wall of fame. I'm breaking down my shop for you guys that are coming. I'm taking the sign, and one of the sides is going to be all sheds dedicated to the shed wall of fame. And then another side is actually going to be a side dedicated to all of our Alaska adventures, which includes my recent shed hunting trip that I took out there. So you guys are going to get to see some of the caribou that we've got, some of the muskox like the one Matt found, and I'm going to bring some of the better moose paddles to the show as well. Probably these two, and then I have a couple more that are nice and big, and one decent brown one over there. So you guys are going to see a ton of my moose sheds. I'm going to take down the shed wall of fame shed sliders. I'm going to take those to the expo. You'll get to see some of my best sets. And then two of the bulls that I got this year, there's not enough time to shoulder mount them. There was just enough time to boil them and get them clean so I can take them to the Hunt Expo. And the first bull is my bull from our film Trip Bull. This film is also being featured in the Ollin movie night and launch party this year. Those have also sold out as well, so sorry if you're hearing it for the first time. So I'm gonna grab him and show you guys this bull. This year I was like Mr. Struggle Bus when it came to my season. The first part of the year was just so slow. I was getting worked during the archery hunt here in Utah. And I had 5 elk tags again this year, guys. I went 5 for 5 for the second year in a row. And I was able to harvest 3 bulls out of the 5. And this one was bull number 2 during the 2023 season. You can see it's got one perfect horn, which in my opinion is super pretty. That angle that you're seeing right there is just picture perfect 6-point, nice fronts, 18-inch fronts, and then the other side is just broke to crap. I mean, the two in weight, I can feel just holding them how much heavier that left side is. So that's my Colorado bull. It's going to be at the Hunt Expo as well. All right, the last hunt of my season was a late season elk hunt in Arizona. And Logan was down there filming with me. This was the second attempt hunting this unit. The same unit where Casey killed that big wide bull that you just saw right there on the shoulder mount. And after 8 hard days of hunting, a day of scouting before it opened, on the very, very last day, I was able to connect on this slammer of a bull. Guys, I couldn't be more happy and thrilled to end my season with this bull and to kill a bull of this caliber. Just in general, to see one of this caliber on the hoof while you're hunting is already a privilege. To be able to harvest one, unreal. One of the coolest hunts I'd ever been on. And this film, I'm not sure when we're going to release this one, guys. So we do ask that, just give you a heads up, you're going to have to be patient. Got him boiled out. I didn't bleach him just because we're going to eventually skull cap him and put him on a shoulder mount. But this guy just really surprised me when I walked up to him, and really surprised me when I got home, started just taking some measurements for fun. 19-inch G2, a 20-inch G4, and a 21-inch G4 on this side. 6 inches extra on that extra, and I think they're either 15 or 16-inch thirds. So man, great mass, super cool bull. And this one will eventually be on a shoulder mount mounted by Monarch Mountain, but for now he's just going to be a European mount. But man, I thought they were light until I held that Colorado bull. This guy is pretty dense with even just the skull. So there you have it, guys. There's probably more to show you. Obviously, some of the things I will be taking for sure. If this is the first time you're coming to Hunt Expo to see our booth, kickstand will be there, elbows deep bull will be there, and the Firebolt original mount will be there as well. Can't wait to see you guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something specific in either Casey's shop or mine that you would love to hear more stories on, let us know. We got a lot of time to create some cool Sunday films for you moving forward now that the season is over. Thanks again for all of you who supported our films this year through the fall. We took it all the way till just this week, like basically the end of January, and we had a hunting film every single Sunday. We banked a couple of those obviously for movie night, but again, those will be coming out on our channel. The Trip Bull Hunt will be up on Sunday during Hunt Expo. So we're gonna premiere it Wednesday. It'll be on YouTube for the entire audience on Sunday. So make sure you subscribe and watch that video on Sunday. But again, guys, can't thank you enough. Hope to see you at the Hunt Expo. We'll see you on the next video.